Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The day begins and we go over the plan one last time. We will infiltrate. Juna has full right to be there, so she'll sneak us in. Then me and Gallica and Yufa will head to the rooftop where we can go on the chandelier. Juna adds that her solo starts when the lights will dim, and that'll be our chance to do what we must. Gallica reassures me that she's with me every step of the way, and for the rest of them, they know their roles. As Cheryl reminds us that Luis was willing to destroy Yufa's home just like his. If power's all he can think of to change the world, we'll use ours to stop him. Hulkenberg adds that if we're to fail, even if we survive, we'll be out of leads, so this will surely mark our final mission. Gallica admits that she can't help herself but to think of Grius. That puts us in a sour mood, but Hulkenberg says that she has her fears, but we must remember him by his truest wish. And with all of us wishing for this to be a success so a tyrant can be put down, we head to the Opera House. Waited for nightfall and got inside as we split up to succeed in our own missions. We found the door, but the person has seemed to lost the key. Poor man will probably lose his job if they find out that one, but it gives us the perfect opportunity to sneak in, as I find a gold tooth on my search and I give it to an old man, which in return he gave me the key, as he wouldn't want to be seen with a tooth missing. Great priorities, man, but we take it and continue onwards. But there is a roadblock, as there's guards waiting. Suddenly the lights go out. As everyone's in a panic, Stroll appears saying that it was Hulkenberg who did that, and says for us to go, as they won't be off forever. I heed his words, going past the guards. We're backstage and we can hear the loud commotion from the start of the ceremony, as Yufa and I push on, but Gallica reminds me that I'm protected by the king's magic, so I'll likely target only Yufa. Which is true, well, the humans will. Wild beasts don't seem to be affected by the king's magic. But it's not all that bad. The guards are quite weak, all things considered, as we cleared our way for us and we make it to the roof.
Now this is unbelievable! Sanctifex Forden's relic appears to be a colossal chalice! I'm told it's believed to be an ancient artifact called a Holy Grail! Truly, a relic to put.
The pagans looted this from the church's vaults in antiquity. God, in his omniscience, is said to have imbued it with his essence, giving it the power to make wishes come true.
And how did such a glorious relic come into your hands?
We simply preached his holy works and spread the teachings. Mutual dialogue was what won the day. Through guided prayer, anyone can be saved.
Just incredible! But if anyone could do it, it's Sanctifex Forden!
I think it's obvious who the winner is.
I suppose that marks His Eminence Forden as the sole winner. Even to an amateur's eye, no other relic could compete.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sanctifex Forden. Now, continuing on.
Wait, Forden was last to present? That's not right. We've not seen Luis yet, or the island team.
Is there an issue?
No. I think we're finally having a show end without incident. After all, these were originally Sanctus relics anyway.
Well, it looks like that's all the divine relics our candidates found across the land. The top-ranking faces will be announced during tomorrow's festivities. And now, it is my distinct honor to present a one-act opera for a Saints' Eve to remember. Please, join me in welcoming the diva herself, Juna, for a performance of the opera's opening piece. Ladies and gents, enjoy!
Well, Luis, rumor has it you found yourself quite a relic. Then why are you so reluctant to present it? No matter. The race's outcome is beyond your meddling now. Victory is mine.
As the celebrations are bellowing from below, we make it to where the chandelier is, and where we will kill this tyrant. Stroll and Hulkenberg catch up, telling us that we've got an escape route, reassuring me this will work. And I agree, let's get revenge for my friend.
Juna's song is about to start.
From my fingertip flies a butterfly, how it pines for the moon up high. Fire calls its name, fly to the flame, burning as free as it can be. Out there, deep and dark in the valley mist.
Focus. You only get one shot at this.
Fearing in my soul what I can't control. I can't close my eyes to the sunrise. From the shadow of the dark, fingers brush my neck with a remark. Oh, anguish traveler, my name is thine, and thou art I. Like the wind, shine through darkest night. Oh, never stray. Trust your eyes to steer you by. Trembling finger, hold fast to my dream. Dawn will break now. Reach out
We got him! Right?
Hey! The lance! Hurry!
What's going on? Is there something blocking it?
Ladies and gentlemen, what an honor! That was our kingdom's lovely songstress, Juna. Moving right along.
It didn't work. Come back.
Things didn't go as we expected. We hit Luis, but Yufa couldn't withdraw her lance. It's stuck in Luis, and we need to reclaim it, or the other option as we run for it. Heisman sees us asking why we dawdle. Did we get him? Yufa doesn't know why, but the lance, Hulkenberg's not sure if we should go and retrieve it or just run, but someone makes that choice for us.
Lost a lance? Perhaps it's this one. At last your allegiance is laid bare. And if this lance wounded me, then I take it the one you provided me was a mere imitation. If you know what the lance is capable of, then surely you understand the situation. Your last hope is gone.
No.
It seems a shame to kill you, but I'm afraid you've gone too far. I have no intention of surrendering, nor of wavering in my convictions. That being said, you truly have impressed me. I will allow you some final words, if you have any.
Say it!
I see your performance has come to an end, Juna.
Yes, the curtain falls. I'm no longer your songbird to keep caged.
So, you too stood with them.
Come on! He's ready to listen, so say it! You know there's something he needs to hear.
Luis, I challenge you to a duel.
Ah, the very words I was waiting for. You really have done your research. In truth, I intended from the start to entertain such a challenge. I confess it's been a long time. Perhaps a real contest is what I've craved. This competition is little more than child's play. So be it. It has been a long time indeed since anyone drew my blood. I will end your life with my own hands.
There needs to be a direct confrontation after all. As though it was fate all along.
A duel makes the king's magic powerless, which means this trinket is no longer necessary. Then state your name. How do you declare yourself?
I am the hero, the savior of this country.
You would save it, would you? I hope that dream does not end in futility. My name is Luis Guillaburn. I am the rightful king, he who will forge anew this unworthy country into a utopia. Attack in any number, wield any weapons. But fight with your very lives. If you live by a creed, show me its strength. Go ahead, have at me. An attempt on the life of Luis Guillaburn is a folly most cannot afford.
We've come this far. Let's fight with all we have, Captain.
Luis, I will make an end of you here!
I should expect no less by a duel's code. So be it. Allow me to even the score.
Even when injured and on death's door, Luis is an absolute beast. He did quite basic attacks on paper, but he has multiple ways of dropping our stats very low, and those attacks did so much damage, even when maxed out defense and attack. He's an absolute tank. Thankfully, time was on our side in this fight. He did take a number of us down in our brawl, but we will not fall here. Luis cursed the prince to die a horrible, painful death, and he'll be punished for that with his life. As, poetically, the prince's loyal knight lands the finishing blow.
You've got a bunch of elements slowing you down, Captain!
Pierce through that!
I underestimated you.
Stronger than I was.
Lord Luis, do not interfere! Oh. You falter even now. Not enough, I'm afraid.
Lord Luis!
A fine blow. You've surprised me. But why? Why are you so intent on killing me?
You of all people should know the answer.
I see now. You were the intruders looking for the formula, I take it. And yet, you have achieved nothing.
What do you mean?
With Luis dead, we're left to ask if it's truly done, as the Magnus brothers leave to check on their lord. We're just happy to finally have done it, Even if our plans fell through for the most part, the outcome was most favorable. But now we have a new problem, and that's getting the lance. He had fallen in front of everyone, and Heismay adds, if Forden sees that, then he'll realize what the lance can do. Juna thinks that we will regret it if Forden ends up with the lance, a thing I agree with. As we ask for Yufa to recall it, Stroll believes that it's too late for that. It's already on stage, and if we do that, we'll be deemed as thieves. We're left to ask what we must do, as Stroll thinks we should establish that it's ours and then offer it. Yufa thinks that we will announce we're the ones who slayed Luis, asking if we can afford to do that. Gallico agrees, but Stroll reassures us that we set out to kill him. The only failure is how much of a spectacle it's become. Gallico asks if we're going to hope on their sympathy, as Stroll, annoyed, replies he doesn't know, but we have to do it now. No, they'll never get the chance. That's fair, as he takes the charge, and we've got no choice now.
I know that face. Was that Louise? Someone go and see to him. Is he truly dead?
Allow me.
Lord Louis, no. He's dead. He's gone.
Your Eminence, this was found off-stage. Judging by his wounds, this must have been the murder weapon.
The lance. Is this the divine relic he sent his subordinates after?
His eyes are sightless. His heart beats no more. The man is dead, without question.
You're absolutely certain?
I checked him thrice over. There can be no more doubt.
Luis, dead? And that can only mean this lance can pierce the barrier of the king's magic.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy in arrival, but the lance you hold is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
Yes. It is as you say.
God above! How do you justify this?
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness. Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes, traitor and kingslayer both. And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people. But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at last, at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
I had not realized you were such an actor. Or do you truly weep?
It's just hitting me now. We finally won.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Luis, as well as these brave misfits.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis. You have done well to execute the rebel. I am sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased. And of course, the Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic. Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other. Your blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince. But where you faltered then, you triumphed today. In form and heart, You are a true knight. Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
Now, this lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now. A lance capable of killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Yes, as you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
Indeed. You may step down now.
Think you can just walk away, do ya? You owe us a moment or three. Right.
The brothers want a little word with us. They want to know why we would do this. Why would we kill him? Yufa says that we should reveal the truth to the brothers, and I guess it's time we do. Even if Yufa thinks that she's overstepping, I think they would understand more than anyone else would. As Hulkenberg explains why we did what we had to do to break the curse and bring the prince to the throne. They don't believe us, as the prince is long dead. Fidelia asking for a better story, or we'd be dead where we stand. Hulkenberg continues that he was declared dead in order to protect him. He lives but is bedridden, cursed by magic. Gallica adds that the only way to break it was to kill him, as Juna adds once more that the people who wanted the prince restored formed a faction. She was a spy in that faction and tried to find a way other than murder. Hulkenberg knows that she doesn't expect him to understand immediately, but Fidelia gets angry saying, "We did this for the prince! His father was a coward, a puppet of Forden. It was thanks to him this country is rotten, and that his son, that bloody useless corpse of a son. What makes us think his life is worth more than Luis's?" Juno retorts, thinking the brothers hated when people said that any life weighs more than another. Yufa admits that she never met the prince, nor she knows what type of person he is, but she wishes to see the future the people like us believe in. Heisme agrees, as with different tribes and statuses, we banded together, and through this he sees the potential of the world united. Yufa adds that when Luis brought up burning down her land, she saw the shock and despair on their faces. Juno asked them directly if Luis was truly a master worth their trust, asking for them to listen to their hearts, knowing we'd be happy to have them. Heisme is opposed to that, as they're left to think. Fidelia guesses Juno was there watching out for them more than they knew. Fidelio admits that he couldn't protect Basilia when it mattered most. They put him through those igniter experiments, and now protecting him is all he's got. But guesses it's time to step back and get away from all this. And that Luis gave them a dream to fight for, and now he supposes it's one that doesn't feel quite right after you wake. Guessing they're drifters now. Maybe they'll open that restaurant. As Fidelio leaves, and Basilia leaves as well. Well, not before saying he doesn't know if he should punch us or thank us.
Never could say what you were feeling. I'm sorry this was all I could do.
Ah, Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
Yes, you're right! That should have lifted the curse! What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Calm down, everyone. We don't want to yell about this in public. Let's go back to the inn for now.
We head back to the inn, left to question how the prince still suffers from the curse. Gallica wonders if we killed a body double. Juno doesn't agree with that. It would have to be him. We couldn't have fight him and still be mistaken. Heisme adds that he'd get nothing from faking his death. Additionally, the lance is in Forden's hands. Hulkenberg believes this means someone else casted it. Yufa asks, then we killed an innocent man. Shaw responds angered, "That bastard is no innocent. He destroyed his home and killed the king." Gallica says that Luis did say that killing him would accomplish nothing. Was it true? And yet he had the formula for the curse, so surely that marks his guilt. Heisme thinks there can be doubt in that. Perhaps for his own reason, he was researching the curse. He may have been framed and perhaps wished to clear his name. This has us stirring, wondering who could have done it then.
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene. I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues. Yet... no. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone. I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Could Forden be the one behind all of this?
I have no evidence to say otherwise.
You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire dashed sanctis?
Nay, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion. If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's question Forden in person at the main festival tomorrow.
We'll need that divine lance back, too. It's not something we want in Forden's hands, especially now.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for the Saints' Day festivities. Sister, I should explain. All that fuss today was... well...
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything.
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the king's protective magic. And that lance he presented... I take it that's why you went to Verga Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance. A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. You hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Sanctifex Forden? On Saints' Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk, and God knows they always have. Especially about the night of the attack. Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince. Whether some official ordered the assassination. Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away. I don't suppose... you... Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it, so... It's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our allies, Hulkenberg. She said Forden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack. Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Forden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that.
Then, suppose His Eminence Forden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctist?
What do you mean?
Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
Sister, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events. I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Sister!
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe. It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this. It's like we're just two sisters visiting Montario for the holiday. I'll see you again soon.